Yeah, I think since that Atlanta game, I think you can see the different curve from us. You can see the intensity, you can see how much energy.
Angel Reese is not just playing basketball anymore. She's rewriting the rulebook. In a world where most athletes are still chasing checks, Reese is chasing legacy and ownership. Just days ago, she revealed bombshell details about her unprecedented contract with Unrivaled, a brand new women's basketball league poised to disrupt everything we know about sports, compensation, and power. And this isn't just some endorsement or temporary boost in earnings. This is the kind of news that can bend the arc of women's basketball history. Because Angel Reese isn't just joining a league. She's buying into the future.Let set the stage. Unrivaled isn't your average startup sports venture. Co-founded by WNBA legends Napheesa Collier and Breanna Stewart, it's a 3-on-3 women's basketball league with a revolutionary idea at its core. Players don't just get paid, they get equity. That's right, actual ownership. While fans debate whether Caitlin Clark or Reese is the bigger draw.
Since Missouri, and so it's going to be fun. I'm going to have a lot of people here to cheer on all of us.
How's it been being back in the Midwest?
Reese just made a move Clark hasn't. She didn't just sign a contract, she signed up for control. Angel Reese is set to own a 15% stake in Unrivaled. That's not a typo. That's a number that represents a level of investment and belief in her potential that female athletes rarely, if ever, receive this early in their careers. The equity alone is valued at $15 million from day one, and projections show that figure ballooning to over $66 million by 2035 if the league grows as expected. It's a power move rarely seen in women's sports, and one that might just change everything. For perspective, that kind of financial leverage dwarfs anything the WNBA currently offers. While the league has made strides, compensation and opportunities have remained modest by comparison to male-dominated sports leagues. Reese's deal flips that model on its head. She's not just clocking in for 40 minutes a night, she's stepping into the boardroom, sleeves rolled up, pen in hand. She's a player, yes, but also an investor, a brand, and a builder, but don't get it twisted.
But yeah, I think, that there's no excuses. The other team has the exact same time to prep as we do.
This isn't just about numbers. This is about vision. Reese's announcement comes at a time when the popularity of women's basketball is soaring. Much of the recent explosion can be credited to a select few high-profile athletes. Caitlin Clark's lights-out shooting and record-breaking college run have transformed her into a household name. But Reese has done something different. She's used her spotlight not just to win games, but to cultivate her brand, to leverage her influence, and to demand respect in spaces that were never designed for athletes like her. She doesn't just want to be seen, she wants to own what she sees, and Unrivaled sees it too. From the outset, the league has embraced a player-centric model. Every inaugural member gets equity. That's not a bonus, it's the foundation. Athletes like Skylar Diggins-Smith, Kelsey Plum, and Brittany Griner are reportedly involved, building a roster that's as marketable as it is competitive. These aren't just players, they're co-founders of a cultural shift. And Reese? She's at the epicenter, but for every historic move, there's backlash. Some critics are already
Teammate, or a player on the court, she's been on championship teams. She knows how it works. She knows the little details that matter.
already lining up to discredit the Unrivaled vision. Online comments range from skeptical to outright cruel. She was comfortable enough to dress like that in public, one post sneered, reducing Reese's confidence to a talking point. Others questioned her credentials. You haven't even played a minute professionally, they jeered. How can you talk about dethroning legends? But that's exactly what makes this story so compelling. Because Reese isn't waiting for permission. She's not waiting to be vetted or validated. She's seizing the moment, stepping into a leadership role long before most people even realize what's happening. The truth is, Angel Reese has always understood the power of image, timing, and narrative. At LSU, she dominated headlines, not just for her talent, but for her unapologetic attitude. She knew how to make people talk, whether it was the finger-pointing drama in the national title game or her confident media presence afterward. Some called her brash. Others called her a genius. But either way, she controlled the spotlight. Now, she's using that same energy to flip the sports business world.
Vitalizing,
Yes.
But like I said after I got drafted, I can't
on its head, and it's working. Reese's social media influence rivals that of major sports stars. She's partnered with top brands, drawn in millions of followers, and transformed into a cultural icon. That kind of visibility isn't just valuable, it's currency. And Unrivaled knows it. In a league that values brand as much as box scores, Reese is pure gold. She's a walking, talking marketing engine, and now she's putting that engine to work for something far bigger than a single endorsement deal. She's building a financial legacy. This deal sends a message to every young girl dribbling a ball. In her driveway, you don't have to settle for scraps. You don't have to just dream of the WNBA. There's a new model on the rise, one where athletes can be partners, not just employees. One where players can profit off the success they help create. One where a 22-year-old can have a seat at the table, not as a guest, but as an owner, and Reese knows the weight of that responsibility. "This isn't just about me," she said in a recent statement. "People watch women's basketball because of me, too."
Or maybe if we come up with, 5 more rebounds, it looks a little different. I mean, in the first half, I think they had 19 points off of offensive rebounds.
It wasn't arrogance. It was a reminder. Reese is part of a generation that refuses to shrink itself. That refuses to beg for attention. That demands value, not just visibility. And if she has to be the first to crack the ceiling, she's more than willing to do it, yet with every trailblazer comes the shadows, doubts, criticism, even disdain. Some say Reese is too loud, too confident, too focused on business before ball. But if history teaches us anything, it's that pioneers are almost always misunderstood. The very things they're criticized for, ambition, boldness, timing, are the things that eventually define their legacy, and make no mistake, Reese is building one. By securing ownership this early, she's positioned herself not just for riches, but for influence. Long after her playing days are over, she could be shaping league policies, marketing strategies, player contracts, perhaps even launching new teams. While most athletes worry about their next game, Reese is thinking about the next decade, and it's not hard to see where this could lead. If Unrivaled thrives, and there's every indication that it will, Reese stands to become one of the most powerful figures in women's sports. Not just famous, not just rich, powerful. The kind of figure whose decisions shape leagues. The kind of figure other athletes turn to for guidance. The kind of figure who builds infrastructure, not just Instagram posts. This is how the game changes, not with one viral highlight, not with one buzzer beater, but with contracts like this, with women like Reese, with leagues like Unrivaled, daring to do something radically different. And yes, it might ruffle feathers. It might draw eye rolls and nasty YouTube comments. But you know what else it'll do? It'll work, because for far too long, women in sports have been told to be grateful, for crumbs, for endorsements, for exposure. But gratitude doesn't build generational wealth. Ownership does. And now, thanks to Angel Reese and Unrivaled, the blueprint is out there. So where does this all lead? It's still early. The league hasn't even tipped off. But the groundwork has been laid. Reese's contract is a signal flare. Others will follow. Maybe Paige Buchers. Maybe Juju Watkins. Maybe athletes we don't even know yet. They'll see what Reese did, and realize they don't have to settle either. This isn't just about the court anymore. This is about the boardroom and Angel Reese? She's already sitting at the head of the table. So what do you think? Is Angel Reese changing the game forever? Would you watch a league where the players own the future they're building? Let us know in the comments below. Smash that like button if you're here for the revolution, and don't forget to subscribe for more breaking updates from the front lines of women's basketball.